How overall have your kids been doing? How has it been? Just and I will
You
tell
know,
you that I have some friends that I'm really close with that their school is doing the same thing that they're making you do. So the kids are virtual, but they have to go to their classroom to teach, and they feel about it the same way you do. But overall, how have the kids been? How have things
you
been?
know, kids are resilient, man. Like I love my kids. They're like, I'm glad they're showing up. They're showing up on Zoom like, like all extra, ready to go, like super energetic, keeping me honestly in it. Like there's days where like you wake up, you don't want to be on Zoom. Like it's just not the same. It's super hard, right? And for whatever reason, they're just like wanting to see me, wanting to see the rest of the kids, and they're making it a lot more fun. Just because of their energy and their like eagerness to learn. So overall, they're doing fine. I just feel bad for like those kids that need the love, like the touch. They need the in your face like hugs. They need the teasing. They need to like you playing outside with them on the court. Like they need the one on one. And I just really feel for those kids because I know that their learning expectations would be higher. I could push them a little bit harder. Their growth would be more, and just like socially and emotionally, like those kids are building these skills, like to how to be a friend and how do you talk to individuals, and they're not getting that. So I really feel for those kids a lot. But overall, man, kids are way better than adults. You guys know that.
Man, alive.
Yeah.
I have been talking about this, and I do want to get your take because I do appreciate that every morning when I wake up and go on my Instagram and I see your story, I get a reminder that today is a good day not to be racist. And it's got a heart and it's got your name signed to it, and I can count on that every day. But I mean, that's the craziest thing. People have asked me, and people are talking about, do I worry about my kids and the access they have to social media? And I have said unequivocally that I am way more worried right now about adults
Mhm.
and the way they are using social
Oh,
media and the internet than I am kids. And I guess, man, I can't, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about, what, from your perspective, being an outsider, the way the US has played out over this last year, and especially in the terms of politics and social justice and racial injustice. What does it look like from your outside perspective? Because I know you have a lot of conversations, and we're really looking forward to talking to you a little bit about your podcast and that coming back. But from an outside perspective, what does it look like?
it's I don't know. I think I've heard you guys say, and I've seen you write about it. It's just one of those things. Like it sucks that it has taken like the lives of people for people to like wake up to racism. Like, and that's just it. Like, why does it have to be like a life for people to now all of a sudden like want to like think about the idea of not being racist? But on top of that, it's like every other country as well. Like Canada in itself, which where I'm from, is like personally like one of the most racist places like ever. It's just so ingrained in the systems. It's like they're not necessarily killing people or like killing black bodies all the time like America is, but like Canada, like they are constantly holding people of color back all the time. And it's been like that. It's been ingrained in the system forever. So now all of a sudden, where you're seeing like people wanting to create programs, wanting to help, I just wonder, like, for one, why did it take so long? And number two, like, are those programs out of good heart, like actually because you want to make change, or is it because like now you're just checking off a box? So those are the things that like kind of go through my mind, just like yeah, you're doing it within like this time frame because it's convenient for you. But now, all of like, what happens like 10 years from now? Is there more programs? Does that program go away? Like, I don't know. It's really hard to honestly wrap my head around. I've like taken myself out of workshops, stopped talking about it, with other people. Stop answering DMs because it's just like, for one, it's time consuming. And I'm tired. I'm like extremely tired of having the same conversation over and over again with people specifically who are just like, oh my gosh, like, can you give me a book recommendation? Or like, it's like, really, like, now all of a sudden you are interested in like these kids who have always been feeding for your help. Um, so on the outside, honestly, it's just, again, it's a struggle, to be honest. It's a struggle.
You know, and I and I've heard uh